Good morning, everyone. Today I am working on my slow stitch scroll. This was the first piece that I did. I would like to do sashiko here, and I was trying to use this template, but these templates are so tiny that it's like impossible to draw in there, and so I gave up, and I am just going to draw some lines. I pinned my fabric down so that it would be easier to draw on. But now my pins are in the way. And I think my pattern is way off, but that's okay. Oops, can't hardly see it anyway. So that's my plan, is to just do the pluses. Oh, I think I need one more at the top. Put one more right here. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. Maybe. I am going to use this white DMC Sibilia to do this with. These templates are so cute, but I have not successfully drawn one yet. I'm wondering if you could use them like in the prick and pounce. If you had a chalk bag, if you could just pounce it on there, if that would work better. I'll have to get one of those to try it. I've tried chalk pencil, I've tried pen, I've tried regular pencil, I've tried marker, I've tried all kinds of stuff, and nothing seems to work for me. I don't know why. But I'm pretty excited about this project. It seems to be going well so far. I'm happy with my bird. After I sashiko this first panel, I will sew it onto my spool. I guess that doesn't help you. I think at that point I'll be far enough away from the spool that I can stitch without the spool being in the way. Or maybe I'll find out that I shouldn't have sewed it onto my spool. I don't know. I need to go watch some videos and see how other people handle their slow stitch meditation scrolls. Here we go. I can just barely see these little lines. I'm not sure how I want to do this. I'm thinking that I could use one more line right here. Like that. And I'm going to skip the first one. I'll come back to that. I'm going to try to do it. I have not really studied sashiko, so I don't know if I am doing this right, but I'm going to try loading up my needle. It's a little bit that I've seen, that's how they do it. This is just a piece of terry towel, and it falls apart a lot. So I end up with little strings and things that I pull up from it. Okay, well, I thought the little bird was slow. This will definitely be slower. You won't know because I will stop and start my video, but in a few minutes I need to go over and help my husband. He's planting some flowers at our rental. And I told him I'd bring the gator over with the irrigation supplies. Now last time I took this and I rolled it up and pinned it. Not pinned it, I clipped it with some of these cute little quilting clips. Made it a bit more manageable, so I'm not sure why I'm not following through with that this time. Let's see. Thinking just one more. These are supposed to be pluses, but I don't know if they will be. I'm going to flip that around. I'm trying to figure out in my life which hand I am more comfortable holding the needle in. Still a mystery. At least on this row, I kind of have the previous stitches that I can sort of line up with. Maybe that'll help. Ow. Stab myself. It is a breezy day today, and thankfully it's a bit cooler because summer is coming here in Northern California. Oh, I have a twisty. Wonder how you dress that. My thread is completely twisted up. It's supposed to be hot, hot, hot this week. I do not do hot, hot, hot. So try to get some of my outside stuff done today while it's 5 degrees cooler than yesterday. Let's see. I'm a little bit too tight, I think, right here. I'm going to pull this back so that I can stretch it out. That's not too bad. My lines are not even. I can already see that. But that's okay. Anyway, I don't like summer. I don't do heat at all. Which is ironic because we just bought a sauna that will be here in a couple weeks. I think that's a different kind of heat. Maybe I'm just fooling myself. But I'm excited to get the sauna. I've heard that they have really excellent health benefits that I am looking forward to. We have a hot tub, but my husband doesn't like to sit in it in the summer. I learned nothing from that last stitch where I did not untwirl my thread before continuing on. See if I can get some of that twirl out. I probably have way too long of a piece. Hard to say. So, anyway, my husband doesn't like to sit in the hot tub in the summertime because it's hot on hot. We took the water out of our hot tub a couple weeks. I think I'm too close. I think this line is too far away, but I think I was too close. I'm going to try and split the difference. Okay. Anyway, we took the water out of our hot tub in April because we were going to be gone quite a bit, and we haven't put it back, and he doesn't seem overly motivated to put it back. The sauna that we bought is an indoor sauna for 2 people, so that'll be exciting. I'm sure that I will use it a lot more than he does. One of the reasons why I want it is because I'm not comfortable sitting in the hot tub by myself. I don't know that that's overly safe thing to do. So I don't really use it when he's not home. And so that's kind of a bummer because there's a lot of times I'd like to sit in it and I don't. But I don't want to die. I don't want to drown or heat exhaustion or whatever. I can already tell you I am going to have to stitch a lot to get any kind of consistency with this. Feel like more lines would have been helpful, but here we are. Okay, kind of looks better on film than it does in person. In person it looks like it goes everywhere. Sorry for the silence, concentrating a bit, thinking about how this is definitely meditative in nature. Obviously not while I'm filming, but that's okay. I'll not always be filming. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me do this entire section in Sashiko. Especially when I have nothing to talk about today and I need to go. So, I'm going to finish this row and then I'm going to pause my video so that I can go help my husband like I promised him that I would before he calls and asks where I'm at. And I will come back probably when all of these lines, we'll call these the vertical lines, are finished, and we'll talk about whether or not I want to do the rest of the pluses or if I'm going to leave it like that, because that's kind of nice too. So it'll be instant for you, but I will be back. Okay, I have finished the one way of the little pluses that I was going to make, and I'm trying to decide if I want to go the other way or leave it like this. It's wonky. My lines were difficult to see, and that's probably why. I'm leaning toward leaving it like this. It would be sewn on like this. I'm not sure. Probably like that, I guess. I could probably pin that. And I think that the end of this would come off if I really wanted it to. Maybe. It has a screw in it, but kind of feel like that. I like that. My needle is in there. Oh, what do you think? Pluses the other way or just straight lines? I'm definitely going to do a blanket stitch around the edge. I don't know that I'm ever going to be able to embrace the messy edges like other slow stitchers do. They just do not appeal to me at all. So, okay, decision made. I'm going to leave it like it is. I'm going to blanket stitch the edge and then just sew it on there. I will come back to this plus sashiko again in the future, but it will have to be on a fabric where I can see the lines that I've drawn, because that's part of my problem, as I can't see the lines. And it'll have to be something that I just draw myself, because I don't think that those templates that I bought are very good at all. I'm going to trim these little fuzzies off. Maybe not that side. Both sides are fuzzy on that one. I'll just blanket stitch around that. And then blanket stitch around this so that I can sew it on there. That's my plan. I'm going to go get my blanket stitches that I did for my A to Z book, though, because I'm thinking that there were some really cute ones in there, and maybe I don't want to just do a straight blanket stitch. I'll be right back. Oh, the possibilities are endless. Obviously, it needs to be the one that will go on the edge, and not just, like, obviously this is a filling stitch. Whipped would give it a nice edge. What else do we have? That's a filling stitch. Oh, the choices are endless. Let's see. I think I might do the closed. The closed or the overlock. And I had to find my directions, though, because I don't remember how to do those. I've done so many. A big old stack of things that I've printed as I've been trying to learn. Here's the overlock. Let's try this one. And then the question is, in white or another color? In white or blue? I think I'll just stick with the white. Overlock stitch, showing behind with the edges. Ironically, there's no directions on here. I shall return. Okay, you need 2 threads for this so that you can make little V's with it. I think I'm going to switch needles, though, to something with a bigger eye, because I'm struggling to get my thread through that little tiny eye, and now I have 2. I don't know if they'll go through that little tiny eye. I'm going to say no on that one. Let's try again. My husband made me this. That one's kind of pokey. Try that one. Made me that coaster. It was really nice of him. I don't think any of these are pokey. They all have really big eyes, but they also have blunt points. So that won't help me. We'll just use this massive one right here. So let's try that again. So you need 2 threads, or a length of thread, and it needs to be tied on the end. Okay, and then I think I did that wrong. I'll be honest with you. I did that wrong. I only need one to go through my needle and then tied together on the end. This is why we practice, and this is the point of my meditation scroll, slow stitching scroll, is so that I can practice. I made all those stitches for my A to Z book and I don't remember them. Okay, trying again. Push the needle up on the top line and stitch to the line marked below. I don't really have a top line because I'm going around the edge. So I'm going to just do a fake stitch over here. How do I want to do that? I'm going to somehow do a fake stitch off the side here so that my thread is secure. Okay, secure thread. And it looks like I've come out the top line. So far, so good. And then you go in the middle and through between the two threads, like so. Already feeling like I should have gone farther down here, but it is what it is. We're going to go with it. So it is a nice cool morning so far. How did I mess that up? Oh my goodness. It's supposed to be in the hundreds this week, which I'm not excited about. I have already forgotten what I'm doing. It took me 2 seconds, 3 stitches, don't know what I'm doing. Double. How do I get that to? I guess on the next stitch. Okay. Go through here. Anyway, it's supposed to be over like 110 later this week. I'm not excited about that. That is wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. I don't know if I can get that to go back through that hole. I'll try. But I'm going to leave at the end of the week, and it would help if I came from the right side. I believe that's my problem. I came up from the back. Yes, I came up from the back. Oh my gosh. I'm going to leave next weekend to go to LA to visit my kid, and always cooler down there than it is in Northern California where I live. So at least I will get a couple of days of relief from the heat. I hate summer. Like, it's the worst. Like, people get the seasonal sadness when they live where it rains and is cloudy and dark all the time. And I don't. I get it in the summertime. And I just, every time the sun comes up, I'm like, oh, look, another hot day. So excited. I'm not. So, going into summer, we'll see how I do. Okay, this does not look great on this little frayed edge. It looks okay. Hoping that doesn't matter. I don't know what I'm hoping for. I just want it to clean up the edge a little so it doesn't, there we go. I think I should have made them bigger, but that's okay. Anyway, not looking forward to summer. I never do. Although this morning we went out, cleaned out our raised bed garden together, which was nice, and we took out the water system and put in new dirt and planted our bell peppers and some pumpkins. Hopefully I get some Halloween pumpkins this year. That's the goal. And a watermelon and I think a regular pumpkin. I'm not sure what all went in there. And then later this afternoon when my husband gets home from work, I think we're going to go get some more plants. But we're laughing because we did not plant potatoes last year, but we had volunteer potatoes. For some reason, we are not potato farmers. Cannot figure it out, the whole potato thing. And so we had volunteer potatoes from a couple of years ago. And when we were out there cleaning out the garden beds, I got a couple of pounds of volunteer potatoes that came up that were still there from the last gardening season. I guess you really can leave them in the ground over winter. So that was a fun little surprise. But then my husband got called into work and that ended the outside work for this morning, which is okay. Like I said, it's actually a nice cool day today. Kind of a nice treat compared to what it's supposed to be moving forward. Not excited. I definitely live in the wrong area for not liking summer. I live in the right area for gardening and loving my garden and having a beautiful garden, which I do. My husband and I really worked hard and we have a beautiful garden. But sun, not exciting. Okay, I can tell you I'm not very consistent about this. Look at this little teeny tiny guy right here. Oh well. Practice. I'm practicing. It's all about practicing. Right? I think so. I need to remember to iron this before I sew it to the spool, because I can still see a little bit of the lines from attempting to draw out my sashiko pattern. One of the things that I've noticed with the different websites that show you how to do stitches is a lot of them just kind of fail to mention what to do in this situation where you have run out of thread or when you're done doing the stitch that you want. Like on the blanket stitches, they kind of just don't tell you how to finish off. That's an area that I need to practice with. I did blanket stitches around the edge of this and I kind of figured it out for myself how to finish off. But I'm sitting here thinking about this as I'm running out of thread. How do I finish this off? I did not make it to the end. I am going to go to the back and tie a little knot. And we're going to call that good. How do I want to do this? There we go. That's going to be the end because I don't know. Oh, I'll throw my needle in the trash pile. I don't think I need that much. That's okay. Boop. Now, the next question is, how do you start again so that your little V's don't have a gap in them, don't have a break in them? So I am going to do what? I'm going to come up right here to start, and then what? I don't know. Go through that one. That's so wrong. But oh, I'm all tangled up. Darn it. That's not what I wanted. Well, if you are watching this and you have a suggestion on what to do right here, I split apart. I am open for it because I'm pretty sure that what I just did is, again, twirled up not the direction I want it to be. Let's try that again. Oh, making it worse. Undo. Undo. Okay, this one I want to go this way. Yeah, no idea. Oh, see, and then I went the wrong way. Also not right. From the front. I don't like that. A little knot there now. I don't like that. Some way I need to be able to start from the front. Let's see if I can undo this. Oof. Oof. My gosh. My gosh. All these little fuzzies are driving me nuts. I'm going to start just hemming every single thing that I make. Okay. Completely trashed my last V. That's not my plan. Get rid of that knot. Let's see if I can't get rid of this gobbledygook that I can't function with. Okay, new plan. New plan. I'm going to, I want my knot in the back. There's my knot. But I need to be going the other direction to make this work. About 50 things going on here. I can't see what I'm doing. Come here, Nola Knot. There we go. spread out. Kind of. Not great. Better, but not great. We're going to leave it. It's going to be a train wreck. Head over to Facebook and ask the masses how to address that. I don't want my tail coming up through there. Also want this stitch to be a little bit longer. I went a lot closer to the edge on this side than I did the other side because it wasn't as frayed as the other side, but now I'm literally stitching over the top of my little stitches. Again, this is for practice and for learning, and I just need to remind myself of that. It is for practice and learning. Okay. Last one. So, it's Goofy right there. I have no idea. I'm going to just finish this off right here with a couple of little knots, and I'm going to go iron this, and to get the pin off, and then I will be right back and we will sew it. I will sew it onto the scroll. Okay, let's see if we can get this attached to our scroll. Perhaps. I kind of missed an opportunity there. I could have done my overlock stitch sewing it onto the scroll. I can't talk. First things first. There we go. That was first. Now, what is my desire here? Ouch. Forgive me while I make this up as I go along, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, where was I? Making this up as I go. That's where I was. I suspect this is not going to be pretty when I get done. Oh, you know. Ah. It's okay. It is for me to use for my pleasure. I should have done a back stitch instead of a running stitch. Maybe I'll just come back along it after I'm done. Go the other way. So it is 11 o'clock in the morning, and I still have my house open, and there's still a tiny bit of a cool breeze coming through, so I'm very grateful and thankful for that. I haven't had to close my house up yet. I like the days where I can just leave my house open all day. It makes me so happy. I don't think this will be one of them. I think that it's going to get hot today, but I haven't looked. I could look, I guess. I've always been kind of a weather rock kind of gal. You know, go outside, and if it's moving, the wind is blowing. If it's wet, it's raining. If there's a shadow, the sun is shining. That sort of thing. Depressing to look in the weather app and see it's going to be 110 today. Ah, no thanks. Grateful for modern amenities like air conditioning and insulation and having a house that stays moderately cool. My house does not always stay cool. It's old. I don't know what kind of an insulation situation it has. It's just an old house. I love my house though, so old is okay. Especially if you love your home. We've done a lot to it. We continue to do a lot to it. Make it our own. It's perfect. Just the way it is. A couple more stitches and I will be done. I've been trying to think about what I'm going to do in the next section. I have a couple of ideas. I am trying to learn how to do a plaited braid stitch. I have not been successful with that yet. Thinking I could do that in the next section and practice it, or excuse me, I just watched a video on chicken scratch. That was really interesting. I don't know if I have any gingham fabric upstairs. Maybe I do. I'm not sure. That would be fun. Maybe more sashiko or something. Now, the $1,000,000 question is, how do I tie this off? I'm going to go back down right here and just, I don't know, wrap it around a couple of these stitches. Just have an almost invisible knot, I guess. And then I'm going to just try to slide my needle through underneath, and hopefully it didn't come out too much. Oh, that's not bad. Like so. Oh, well, isn't that lovely? I wonder where that little bubble is supposed to be. A little bit of, I don't know, something going on there. It has a knot in it, I think. Or I split a stitch. I don't know. Oh, well. I wonder if I can tuck that in. Let's just see. First we'll run our needle through like that. Then we will take the tip of our scissors and, maybe not, take this guy and stuff those two loops through the end of my needle without twisting my needle. A little emergency repair work here. Oh, 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 I got it. Maybe. I had it for a second. Oops. There we go. Keep fiddling with it. There we go. Now it's really through, which is what I wanted. Okay, and then there we go. I fixed it. Perfect. Okay, it is attached and ready for more stitching. So as I go, I will roll. I need to make myself a ribbon or something to tie it up with. And there we go. My meditation scroll is all done for now. Perfect. Maybe I will make myself some sort of a stitched ribbon that I can tie around there. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.